What's up, everybody? My name is Don Russo from Freeway Music. Today we're going to be working on a song called Medicine by the artist Momma. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like the channel, consider supporting us through Patreon or one of our YouTube memberships. Speaking of Patreon, this song is actually a request from one of our patrons. So shout out to you, Kelly. Thanks for being a patron. And this video is for you. All right, first of all, we're going to talk about the intro, the verse, and the turn, and the pre-chorus. They're all the same riffs. We're going to do the rhythm part and the lead part. First thing you want to make sure you do is get your guitar in a drop D. So I have my low E string tuned to a drop D, like that. And then we're going to start off with a power chord. The cool thing about drop D is that you can play power chords just by simply borrowing the bottom three strings, like that. So we're going to start on the 4th fret. I'm using my middle finger. When I was watching videos, the singer and rhythm guitar player was using her middle finger to bar this chord here. And we're going to play it 3 times. And the first 2 are staccato, meaning I'm going to like mute it with my hand on my right and left hand, like stop the strings. Like that. So I'm releasing here while simultaneously putting the heel of my palm down. Then the 3rd one, I'll let it ring. Then I'm going to slide, and I'm going to slide from 4 to 5 on the low E, and then I'm going to play the 5th fret of the A string as well right after that. Then move your finger out of the way to play the open D string. Then we come back up, A, low E string or D string in this case, and then we play it again. Then we play the A string up. So we play that all together. And then I do this again. I'm going to repeat this, but this time I'm going to slide up and I'm play the 4th fret of the D string instead of playing it open right here. So instead of going, I'll go, and then the rest is the same. So here it is all together. You may have seen me accidentally start with my first finger and then switch to my middle finger. I would recommend, I'm glad I kind of made that mistake because now I can teach you something really cool. Like if you were to like accidentally start with your first finger like this, you can't actually get into that one is like almost impossible in time. So you would need to switch. So I recommend if you accidentally start with your first finger, you got 3 of those 4. So of those 3, you can switch to your middle finger. So like this. So a good exercise is just to kind of go like this. Just back and forth between your fingers. Hey, you could even use all your fingers if you want to. Just to get used to switching mid-riff. All right. Now during that part, while the rhythm is going, we have the lead part. So the other guitarist comes in and plays this high lead part here, starting on the 7th fret of the D string. I'm going to play it separately first all the way through and then explain it. So. So this starts on the 7th fret of the D string, and I'm going to slide back and forth from 7 to 9, back to 7. Then I fold my finger down like this, and it's kind of staccato as well. Now I switch back to middle and first to go 7, 6. So you can go, or you can use your middle finger here, like that. Add your ring finger and your first finger like this, or fold your middle finger down and go middle first like that. So however feels comfortable to you. Then we're going to come down here to the 2nd fret of the B string. I'm going to slide from 2 to 3 and then add my pinky on the 5th fret of the high E here. Then come back down to the 3rd fret of the B string, 5th fret of the D string, 4th fret of the D string. So So. Now the next one is going to add just one note. You're going to put your ring finger down on the 7th fret of the B string. So the only difference is between the first and second half of this riff is this. The first time you go and let it ring. The second time you go and you actually put your ring finger down and hit that note up. And then finish like normal. So all together now. And it just keeps going like that. Jumping into the chorus, we have a rhythm part and a lead part as well. The lead part comes in halfway through the chorus. So we'll do both parts. The rhythm part starts on the 4th fret of the low E string as well, and it does this power chord for low E, A, and D, just barring it. Just driving like that for 8 eighth notes. And then we drop down to this chord shape, which is open low E, 5th fret A, 4th fret D, and it just drives those. Then the 5th fret of low E, A, and D. And then we're going to do an octave from the 9th fret of the A string to the 11th fret of the G string. We're going to mute the D string in between and play the low E with it. So we got. Does this twice. Great, and then while that's going, the lead guitar comes in and starts doing this riff. We're gonna be down on the 2nd fret of the G string, 3rd fret of the B string. Basically, it's like if you were just doing a D chord, right? And not using the middle finger. I'm just gonna be going open, 2, 3, 2. Just like that. We're gonna do that twice. We're gonna go. Cool. And the next riff is gonna be up here on the 7th fret, middle finger on the G string, ring finger on the B string. And when you're transitioning, your ring finger will stay on the B string. That is if you start off playing with your first and ring like I do. If you start first and middle, you could go. I don't think it's as comfortable for me, so I'm just gonna go first ring. And I'm picking down, I'm just alternating my pick like this, down, up, 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 down, up. But you could go down, 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 up, down, 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 up if you'd like. I personally don't like that as much because it feels like I am not, that doesn't feel as groovy. You know, like when my pick starts swinging, I feel like I lock into the beat a little bit better, so check it out. Then we're gonna go to this chord here, basically a G chord without a third. So I'm gonna have my ring finger on the 5th fret of the D string, open G, so same notes there. 3rd fret of the B. I'm just gonna pick the alternate, same exact picking pattern. Then I'm gonna go open 2 on the G string, then 3rd fret on the B string, then back up to the 2nd fret of the G string, then I go 2 on the G, open G, 4th fret D. So you're actually going to end up playing that 2nd fret twice on the G string. So all together, here we go. And you see, I started like this and use these fingers that time. I'm just demonstrating how you might end up using different fingers. Yeah. All right, cool. So that's that riff in the chorus, and those two riffs go together. Okay, let's move into the bridge. So in the bridge, there's this rhythm part where the rhythm guitar player is basically playing the 10th fret of the low E and the 9th fret of the A. It does this for 2 measures, then it moves down to the 5th fret, and you're just barring those lower 2. during those first two, the lead guitar player, I went and watched him live. Like she's doing all kinds of stuff. Like I think live, the one time I saw her, she would just hit the open string with like lots of effects and distortion and let it ring, and then come to the 4th fret and like just play it and then bend it, and then do some stuff where she would like bend it and release it like that. But I don't think she ever did exactly the same thing twice. I know she didn't do the same thing she did on the record live. So while doing that, I would just say go between the open string and the 4th fret here and do some bendy stuff there. Just kind of have fun with it, you know, improvise that part. And then after that, she comes in, the lead guitar player comes in with this riff. This riff's a little bit tricky. It's a little bit of a finger twister. So I'm gonna be on the 7th fret of the G string, 5th fret of the B string, open, high E. So the first thing you do is you pick 7, 5, open, and then come back up to the 7th fret of the G string. That's a little tricky because you're doing a string skip here, like that. So just practice that. I would just practice that by itself. Get that feeling good. The next piece you do is you go 7, 5, 7, 7. So that's gonna be G string twice, B string once, G string once. So it's all together. And it does that twice in a row. Sorry. And then we're gonna add our pinky on the 7th fret of the B string, but leave your first finger on the 5th fret of the B string as well, because we're gonna come back to that in a second here. So we're gonna have your ring finger pressed down on the 7th fret of the G string, pinky pressed down on the 7th fret of the B string, first finger pressed down on the 5th fret of the B string. And here's how this part goes. It's the same picking pattern at first. Then you lift your pinky up and do the second half the same. So that would be 7, 7, open, 7, 7, 5 on the B string, 7, 7. So you have to lift that pinky up right there. So it's all together. And you notice I'm alternating my pick the whole time. So it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Sorry. That part's tricky. It's definitely tricky to get like clean, and it can especially get your fingers twisted up in that latter half there. And that's the bridge. Finally, we're gonna have the last chorus, and that'll lead into the outro. The last chorus is a little different. It's kind of a down chorus. And so we start off with the one rhythm guitar player going like this, just playing open. And then 5 on the A, 4 on the D. Add your ring finger on the 5th fret to do 5 and 5. Then back. So that's just going like that. Now during that second time, the lead guitar player comes in and does this. So let's take a look at that. It's basically going to be on the 4th fret of the low E, A, and D. I'm going to play it twice and then kill it in between. Do it again. So twice in a row. The next chord is open, low E, 5th fret A, 4th fret D. So, and then we bar the 5th fret of these 3 strings, then back to that second chord. Great, and then it just goes back into the chorus again. The rhythm player is basically the same except for the very end. So, you know, you got the same, this part is normal for the first 3 times. Right, so it does that 3 times. The fourth ending is slightly different. It's gonna go, so instead of going like this, all right, what's gonna happen is you're gonna play the 5th fret for 7/8 beats. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then on that last and, you're gonna switch to open 5 and 4. So yeah, you might want to use your middle finger here, just so you can get to this chord quicker. Then the last measure, you do this chord 3 more times. And you put your ring finger down on the 5th fret of the D string and then bring it back up. So, okay, so let me do that the whole last 4th time for you. Here we go. Cool, and while that's going, the lead guitar player is going to be basically playing through the riff like this. And then right there is going to stop and then come down and do the intro riff. So slide 2 to 3, then 5th on the high E, 3rd on the B, then 5th on D, 4th on D. So that last time through is. Cool, and it does that earlier too, like in the chorus, like leading back into the turn before the 2nd verse. So at the end of the chorus, it does the same thing. It just goes. And then back to that riff again. So make sure you pay close attention to that as well. That's another variation that happens in a song. But that should be all the riffs. All right, that was Medicine by Momma. And if you are feeling down, the best medicine you can get is a subscription on our Patreon or one of the YouTube memberships. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks so much. We'll see you in the next video.